Hello basketball coaches and basketball players, my name is Alan from Al's Basketball Training, and today I'm going to talk to you about some different plays that you can run with your team if you're coaching a high school team that's taller than pretty much the rest of your league. Now, in this playbook, basically you can use all of these plays or you can use some of these plays. Personally, I would suggest pick out the plays that you think would work best with your team and then run along with those. Now, basically, from there, I'm also going to be explaining two man-to-man offenses as well as two zone offenses, and then I'm going to explain to you our defense that I would run with a taller team. So let's get down to the clipboard and I'll show you these basketball plays. Okay, so first off, we're going to start with a 3-out, 2-in offense because obviously if we have a tall team, you want to have both of your big men down low. Now, from there, what we're going to be running is something very simple, where we're going to be having player 1 passing over to player 3. He could also pass over to player 2 as well. That's totally okay. But when that happens, we're going to have player 4 set a screen away, and same as player 1. Once that happens, player 5, he's going to be cutting towards the low post on that side, and player 2 is going to be popping up towards the point. Now, going from there, what we're looking to do is have either player 5 open for a quick baby hook or maybe a quick close shot, or possibly player 2 being open for a 3-point shot as well, or maybe even a deep mid-range shot that works also. Now, going from there, you may be wondering, why am I setting up in a 3-2? Well, it's very simple. And the reason is because a 3-out, 2-in offense is also a motion offense, and I always like to run some kind of a motion with every single team that I coach. So with this motion offense, we can have very simple plays where we can have player 2, he can pass over to player 3 and he can cut towards the rim using player 5 as a screen. If he is not open, what's going to happen is he's going to then pop out towards that left side, and then we're going to have player 1. He is going to then fill player 2's spot. We're going to have player 4 move over towards this right side once player 2 has passed him. And now we're going to have player 5. He's going to be rolling down off of that screen. He may be open for a quick pass down the middle where he could maybe finish with a left-hand layup. That's always a possibility. It's always something to look for. And then he's going to pop down towards that low corner. Now we're back in our 3-out, 2-in. And then that's our second play that we could run against a man-to-man defense. If, for example, the ball's in the corner, we could have player 3 pass up to player 1, and then we could have player 3, he could be then using player 4 again as a screen. This could be a backdoor cut where we could have a nice quick pass for a layup. If not, we could have now player 4 popping up towards the point. He has filled in that spot. If player 3 wasn't open, he can then go and set a screen across for player 5, who is now possibly open in that low block for a quick pass. If not, then now we're still in our 3-out, 2-in that we were running before. Something that's really great about a 3-out, 2-in offense as well is, let's say we were playing up against a 2-3 zone defense. We can very quickly go into an overload offense where we could pass to player 4, cut down towards that low corner. Now the defense is struggling because we now have player 3 who can pop up towards the high post, and now we've basically isolated 2 players against player 5 red, and in which case we can pass down to player 3 into the high post. If that brings up player 5, then that leaves player 5 blue open for a layup. Also, we would then have possibilities of player 1 and 2 popping down to try and cover that spot, which player 2 should not be there. Then player 2 blue could pop up, and that could be a pass from player 3 or 4 for a 3-point shot. So overload offenses work really well against a zone defense because there's high to low passes, and anytime that you get the ball into the key, generally speaking anywhere in that key, you're going to be collapsing the defense. You're going to be collapsing more than one player on to that player with the ball, which then leaves other players open along the three-point line or even in the high or low post. Now, an overload offense, like I was saying, it works really well. However, this next play is a set play that we run against a 2-3 as well as a 3-2 zone defense. This also works against a 2-1-2 as well. So let's get down to the clipboard and let me show you this fantastic play. Okay, so in this play, we're going to have player 1. He's going to pass the ball over to player 2, which is then going to bring the defense over just like so. However, what we're going to be having here is player 5 setting a screen for player 4, and we're going to be having player 3 setting a screen for player 5. What's going to happen here is player 4 blue, he's going to cut across the free throw line. He could be open anywhere along that free throw line. If he's open, hit him up for that pass. If he is not open, what's going to happen now is he's going to cut down towards this mid-range or three-point line area. And what we're hoping for here is if he gets in the mid-range area, we want him to take that shot right away or drive towards the rim, one or the other. If he goes out towards the three-point line, then player 3 is most likely going to go and cover him because we're going to be passing him the ball. What we want to see here now is for player 3 to still, because player 5 is going to be trying to get better position on player 3. And now on player 3, if player 5 is up here, he wants to set a screen up here. If player 5 is down here, we want to see a screen down here. If player 5 is up top, we want player 5 to go down, 5 blue to go down here for a quick shot. However, if player 5 red is down low, we want player 3 to set a high screen for player 5 red so that player 5 blue goes to the high post and he can take a quick shot from there as well. Now, with a taller basketball team, defensively, we're most likely going to be running a lot of 2-3 zone defense because, generally speaking, if you have a bigger team, you run a defense like that because they protect the key a lot better, and now you're just basically forcing teams to shoot more three-point shots. Another defense we run is my 1-4 Unbeatable basketball defense. The book is below. Now, this is not an advertisement. This is basically truth where we run this defense because everything from the free throw line and below is a double team. If you have a very quick point guard who can sit up top, it's single coverage up top, and everything from the free throw line and below is double team coverage. So go check that out if you want to run that kind of a defense. And I'll see you guys again later on today for the second video of the day.